Good evening. My name is Jeffrey Tumlin, Director of Transportation for San Francisco. As all of you know, public transportation is an essential government service. It is how our nurses and firefighters get to work, and it is how our residents get their groceries and prescription drugs. So we will be working hard to ensure that public transit continues throughout this public health emergency to ensure that people can get to work and get the services and supplies that they need. At Muni, we're working to rearrange services to decrease the amount of financial district express service in order to reallocate service to our neighborhood lines and to lines that serve our critical healthcare facilities so that our passengers can better maintain social distance while on the bus. For the health emergency, we will also be eliminating service on the cable cars and F and E lines in order to protect the health of our operators, ensuring that on all of the lines that we're operating, that our operators have a partition between their operating cabin and the rest of the transit vehicle. As you all know, Muni vehicles are thoroughly cleaned every night, and our stations are wiped down 4 times a day for areas that experience a high amount of touch. Our car cleaners have been phenomenally dedicated throughout this process and will continue to be so, and our operators continue to show up at work. In fact, today, despite the closure of schools, we had a higher than average attendance of our bus and rail operators. We'll be continuing to make announcements throughout as conditions change, and also working on changing some of our parking enforcement, tow, citation, and fee policies in order to accommodate the health emergency. We understand that many of our public will be affected by this emergency, and we are immediately suspending all late penalties for failure to pay citations, as well as stopping sending any late citations on to DMV or to collections. We're temporarily stopping enforcement of parking control measures that are not related to public health, safety, and accessibility. Effective immediately, we are suspending enforcement of residential parking permits, peak hour towaways, and parking for longer than 72 hours. We will, however, need to continue enforcement of rules related to public health, safety, and the accessibility of services. This includes street cleaning, blocking of bike lanes, double parking, and parking in transit-only lanes. Meters will continue to be enforced because our businesses will still be open, providing essential services for people and likely increasing the rate of driving to some of our neighborhood commercial districts. As you all know, this is a continually changing situation, and we urge you to go to sfmta.com for further updates. Thank you. And Bob Powers up next. And our next speaker is Bob Powers, General Manager of BART.